Let's go to the Carolina Panthers. McCaffrey, running back one. You're taking him at running back one. I know. If I was doing 100 drafts, I'd get some Cook and some Henry for sure in there. So we don't have to spend really any time on that. Here's what's interesting. Darnold's there at quarterback. Moore is the wide receiver 24. Anderson's the wide receiver 36. Is that too much of a split?
Yes, because like I said, I love being ahead of ADP on Derrick Henry every year, and the same goes with the Robby Anderson.
Yeah.
Robby Anderson, I always have to be higher than ADP, so I'm absolutely taking him at wide receiver 36. I mean, last year he was basically the alpha. I mean, Joe Brady comes from the Sean Payton coaching tree, and he had Robby Anderson be the X receiver. I thought it'd be DJ Moore. So it gave Robby Anderson just way more consistency week to week. They expanded his route tree. He's more of a complete receiver, the Mike Thomas role. So I love him going into the season. He already has that chemistry with Sam Darnold. So yeah, I love getting Robby Anderson, as I say every year, at ADP.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a steal right now. I mean, this is a guy that he was like in the running for the lead in receiving for a lot of the year. He ended up finishing 15th, but like you're getting the 15th leading, not even the 13th leading wide receiver, because you have a couple of tight ends there. So the 13th leading wide receiver in yards, and you're getting him at 36th. Like, I know he had three touchdowns. I get it. I mean, that may not change because, the quarterback situation, but Sam Darnold to Robby Anderson, that was money even in New York. That's why we're sitting here talking about Robby Anderson. That's why he has a career because of that connection there. So I love him. But let's go right to the prop. We don't have to talk about Dan Arnold, who stepped it up and played himself into a new contract, as I thought he would. With the Carter and probably rendering Thomas irrelevant. So let's just get right into the prop for Sam Darnold.
Yeah, so Sam Darnold, total passing touchdowns, over under 21.5.
Oh, my God, another 0.5. Well, it's really 0.6. I have him at 20.9. 20.9.
Yeah,
but I'm going under. Like, you could give me, if you lowered it by like a touchdown, I would have probably lowered it by a touchdown, because I don't want to be high on Sam Darnold. I think it's preposterous and absurd that I complained about Denver with the whole Case Keenum thing, and like, stop trying to pump to your fan base that these trash quarterbacks are saviors. Like, you'll get lucky once in a blue, and you need a really good system in place. Like, because Ryan Tannehill was like the one guy who comes to mind. It's like, okay, he wasn't good, but he had Adam Gase, so that was like a kind of like, I get it. Like, that's why everyone's doing it. But it's like, Sam Darnold wasn't even Ryan Tannehill. Like, Sam Darnold was like every stat category, whether you look at his draft class, whether you look at his comparison to the other 31 starters, he's bottom, he's in the bottom quartile, bottom 25% and everything.
There's no stat I could point to convince you otherwise, but just having Robby Anderson, DJ Moore, potentially Terrence Marshall as his third receiver, and Christian McCaffrey, the game's best receiving back. He just has so much talent around him. Like, he just needs to improve a little bit. And I agree that I don't expect a Ryan Tannehill post Adam Gase kind of breakout, but there's potential there. So it's like, it's not so much Sam Darnold that we should target, but we need him to be good for Robby Anderson, DJ Moore. And again, going back to the wide receivers, we're not knocking DJ Moore. Like, he's one of the talented receivers, but his touchdown upside is limited. So this is why I wanted your opinion on this touchdown prop, because it kind of dictates how many fantasy relevant targets we can have in this offense. And I'm afraid it's only 2 or 3, because, like you said, we can only expect so much from Sam Darnold.
Is PJ Walker still there?
Yes.
I think he's probably a better quarterback. Moving on to the New Orleans Saints,
XFL legend.
Right. No, I'm saying this with a straight face, though. If you can't see me, you guys out there.
Oh yeah, no, we watch a ton of XFL. I'm huge.
Yeah. So yeah, that 21 projection may be 10 if Darnold, he loses his job, which could happen.